there's no way of learning faster than getting tattooed.
Yeah.
There is no way. I mean, you get tattooed by your favorite artist, like you really like pick them. You know, pick the person that you like or you want to tattoo like. Get tattooed in a spot where you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And now you got
ask a million questions.
Tattoo artists are nice now.
They're nice now, right?
They're great. They're so nice and inviting. I honestly think that the shop is not really a moneymaker thing. You know, it's a place you open with your friends to have a safe place where it's for you guys.
Share the rent and let you know.
Share the rent. Now we don't have to pay or, you know, like a place to work out. That's how I look at tattoo shop.
But it's not really a business. All right, what's happening? This is Austin Spencer here with Support Your Local Tattooer. We're in fabulous Las Vegas today, man. This is my favorite city in the world, and I am super lucky to have Gian Karle in the house. He's cruising through town. What's happening, man?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah. So you're cruising through town. You're working at One Block, DJ and Brett's shop.
I am. I just stopped by. Well, we've actually been working there for like the past 3 weeks. So I'm on a tour right now.
Yeah.
I'm going around the States and stop by here Vegas, and that's usually a stop I work at when I'm here. So
yeah, that's awesome.
You know, it's
Those
DJ. I worked with him. I was with him in Ink Master, and
you got Manuel over there too.
Manuel is amazing. Oh my God,
he's
he's so good. And Brett, you know, everybody over there is just great.
You guys, they do a good job of like constantly bringing like some crazy talent.
Oh yeah, and right now Bobby's working over there.
He's a rumor on the streets is he's moving to Las Vegas.
I mean, I think he might be.
Dude, the more the better. I think we should all be out here, man.
Dude,
like,
let me tell you, I've been going around the States for a long time now. It's been almost 3 years, and I've seen almost all the states, and Vegas is still probably one of my favorites.
Dude, no natural disasters. There's plenty of entertainment, and there's plenty of nature around too if you want to get out and about.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
like you're constantly seeing mountains. They're awesome. Like snow. Right now, they're just like snow peaks, you know, and they look amazing.
Yeah, there's
dude, Vegas is underrated. It's definitely got a bad rap, I think. Like when you tell people like Vegas, they're like, Vegas, I could never live there. I'm like, dude,
people complain about the heat for like 2 or 3 months of the year, but like, fuck a hurricane. We're just seeing, unfortunately, all our friends be affected by this crazy weather across the country, and
it's been crazy,
dude. It's bad if the AC goes out here, but like, you just got a couple of homies on the hook.
That's the thing.
Come by and fix our
my
shit.
plan is, like, my dream would be to park my RV here in Vegas,
okay,
right? Like, pay the yearly rent to like park the RV. And then work here during the winters.
Yeah.
And then go to New Hampshire, where I love, you know. And work over there during the summers, you know.
Yeah, or bounce around. Like we spend a lot of time in Montana. So
Montana. Dang.
So summertime's up there, the shit.
That's one of the spots I gotta go. I gotta go to Montana.
Dude, Montana's like a real it's a real big state, but there's not a whole lot of population, and there's a handful of tattooers that we've met with and buddied up with in like Bozeman, and a handful of tattooers now in like Missoula area that are pretty cool. But and some Vegas tattooers just recently moved up there too.
Never gone. I think that's one of the spots I gotta go. Yeah, I have to go over there, dude. No, I mean, I got like probably a handful of places I haven't gone, and that's one of them. But yeah, it's been great, dude.
Dude, tell me a little more about that. Like, I feel like, so for the last 3 years, you've been traveling and living out of your rig?
So here's the thing. Here's exactly what happened. I'm going to give you the whole story. So initially, COVID hit. And we had bought a house right before COVID, you know. And COVID hit, the prices went crazy.
Yeah.
And I was looking at my wife like, hey, let's sell this house.
Okay.
You know, I was like, let's just sell it. We're never going to get this money that they're asking for. So we put it up, put a crazy price on it, and, you know, it sold. A week later, we had to move out of this place pretty much. Like, we had like a month or something like that to like move out. And we basically moved out. Our plan was to get another house. And it was impossible.
Yeah.
You know, at the time during COVID, you couldn't get another house.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy. And me and my wife were like, hey, you know what? We've always wanted to do an RV thing, the RV life. Let's just buy an RV, go on the road for a year until things kind of calm down. And we did that. We just bought the RV. We bought a truck, and we decided to go on the road. And our plans were just to do it for a year. Man, after we came back to New Hampshire and a year passed, we're like, dude, what are we doing?
Just keep doing it?
Let's just keep doing it.
That's
and
awesome.
We did it for another year. We got back and we're like, let's just keep doing it again.
Dude, that's
And now we're year 3, dude, and it's awesome.
Dude, so many people, they like the idea of it, and then they'll get out there and it's got its challenges in ways, you know, obviously.
Of course, but, you know, the way we do it, honestly, we've had, you know, knock on wood, no challenges.
Yeah,
dude.
great.
It's been, I mean, nothing serious. You know, we stay in these nice RV parks. We got a nice RV, and you did everything, you know, flows well.
Yeah. You got your rig, and then you guys will just share that and drive, drop you off at the shop, do your work. And,
like right now, we're staying in like an RV resort here in Vegas.
Yeah,
you know, it's got like pools and jacuzzis and stuff.
Cool.
Not that I would ever go in there, but
I've had multiple friends live there for like a year, 2 plus stints at a time doing the same type of thing.
Today, I mean, it's been a really fun thing to do, you know, and we're at that point where we're like, all right, where are we gonna buy a house? And we got no clue.
Well, dude, right now you're just like putting in reps, like getting out there and checking out all the cities and like getting that authentic. Like a month in a city is a pretty special thing that you got to get to do at a time.
Well, we're doing 2 months here in Vegas.
Yeah, that's
you know
so
what I mean?
rad.
So it's like, and I stayed 2 months in Texas. I stayed almost 2 months in North Carolina not too long ago. Going to Grand Junction now to work at Ryan's shop for like 2 months too.
That's great,
so
dude. Yeah.
It's awesome. And not only that, I get to like really hang out with like my favorite artists.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, my wife was like, hey, who do you know in North Carolina that works there? I was like, I don't know anybody that works there, but Mike Chambers works there. Like, why don't you like hit him up and see if he's cool with me like doing a guest spot? Mike Chambers was cool with it.
Oh, cool.
And now I'm going to, you know, his shop and I'm with him for a month. We become friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we're homies, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, he's one of my, you know, my
All-time.
idols.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
for
so
sure.
it's just cool, dude. I'm like hanging out with Mike Chambers. I'm like, this is the craziest thing ever.
I remember it was like 2012-ish, and I started working a lot of conventions at that time, and I worked that Philly convention.
Yeah.
That's the one and the only time I worked that show. That was just huge. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So sitting there, we're doing this cool little chili pepper with a skull in it on this guy. And sometimes you feel that sense of me, and I turn around, and there's Mike Chambers, and he's all, that's awesome, man. And I was like, oh.
He's such a
I was just
nice
like a young
guy.
tattooer. It was real cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I love that I get to meet these guys. Like, you know, like Nico. I went to Nico's shop for 2 months. You know, I didn't know Nico, but, you know, I got to work with Nico for a long time. You know?
Dude, good for you for putting yourself out there. Like, I feel like that's such a big thing. And a challenge, and it's intimidating, but you
100%.
know, you've obviously like you don't put yourself in these positions without learning and growing.
You have
whether
to.
it's a good and you know, run in or bad. You know,
no,
it's
100%. It's never bad. Honestly, it's usually really good. And man, you know, tattoo artists are nice now.
They're nice now, right?
Dude, they're great. They're so nice and inviting, and people are so good. You know, like when I started tattooing, it wasn't like that at all.
Yeah.
You know, it was like you keep your secrets to yourself. You don't teach anybody. It was almost like groups, you know, or like I don't know how to call it.
Yeah,
It was
very cliquey
crazy.
and and you were like kind of under the reign of your mentor, and you kind of had to do whatever
100%
they wanted you to do just so you could get through it, because that was the only gate in, you know.
That was it.
Dude. So.
And it was tough. And now I was never really, that's one of the things I never liked about tattooing. It was how like it's almost like groups and stuff like that, and your group against this group. And if somebody was, man, I mean, my friends would get bothered if somebody else was charging too much. You know what I mean? They would be like, this guy's charging way too much.
Man,
what an insult. I'd be like, well, what do you care?
Fucking
like,
mind your business. That's how I always say. Just mind your fucking business. Keep your head down.
Dude,
People are going to talk shit about you no matter what.
God,
so you might as well just do what you enjoy
it's
and be yourself.
Crazy. Yeah. And honestly, I was one of those guys too. I'd be like, yeah, that guy's an asshole for charging too much. Totally an asshole.
It's easy especially when you're a younger tattooer and you're kind of just trying to like find your place and your footings.
Oh my God. I was so pissed at everything. My friends were pissed at the time, you know, and I feel like they've changed. I've changed. The group that I'm with now, it's just everybody's so nice.
Yeah,
you know,
helpful and
everybody's helpful.
educating. Dude,
So
tell me a
cool.
little bit about like where were you introduced to tattooing or maybe tattoos in general? Like, do you remember having?
So, I mean, honestly, since I was a kid, I loved tattoo art. You know, I always painted and drew. And, you know, I would ask my mom to buy me these tattoo magazines that
cool.
had like the flash pages, you know, I would cut them up and do like collages with them. So I've always
supportive
liked that.
family and shit.
Yeah, I've always liked that. But, you know, I never really got into tattoos until I was like 18.
Yeah, like around that time when our friends started kind of
I think I was not even into it, and one of my friends was like, "Hey, I'm making a tattoo convention. I'm doing a tattoo convention. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, fuck yeah, I'll go to tattoo convention. I'll get tattooed."
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So you know, I was like, "I'll bring $100."
Okay.
You know, I'm broke as fuck. That's like $1,000.
Yeah, for sure.
So I brought $100, and I was like, all right, I'll get a sleeve done with $100 and just, you know, while I'm there.
Okay.
That's how little of tattoos I knew.
Yeah.
I thought you could just get a whole sleeve done in like a couple hours.
Yeah.
You know, they're just tracing.
Yeah, people still believe that.
Yeah. And I was just like, $100 to cover that. And I went over there, quickly realized that's impossible.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that. These guys are just like tracing these little drawings on people. Like, I can do that.
Yeah.
And they were selling like these tattoo kits at the convention.
Oh shit.
And I was like, fuck, I'll just buy the tattoo kit and I'll tattoo my own sleeve. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's genius.
Right.
I'll fucking save a bunch of money. I know how to fucking draw, dude. You know, I know how to trace shit.
Yeah.
So I bought a tattoo machine, went back home, and I was like, let me try this shit on a friend of mine first. You know, my homie's like super pumped.
Oh, yeah, everybody.
He's got a bunch of fucking shitty tats. He's got like 4 fucking weed plants on him, dude. So he was like, yeah, let's do this koi fish. I remember it like it was yesterday. Yeah. And I drew this shitty koi fish. I put it on him, you know, with the speed stick and all this shit. And
that came in the kit?
No,
no? Okay. Somebody you learned through the streets.
I think I learned it from like seeing somebody else do it at a convention or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, speed stick. That's how you do it.
Yep.
So I put the stencil on this guy, dude. I turned on that machine, dude, and I did the first line. And man, I just go right out of the stencil, dude. Like a whole inch right out of the stencil. Then I keep going, like I couldn't stop. And I had this line this big, inch going out of the stencil. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I just turned it into like another
drop shadow or something?
No, they're fucking flippers. Turn it into like one of those things. What do you call it? Like flipper?
Yeah, fin.
Yeah, fin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I turned it into this fucking fin, dude. So you got a koi fish with a bunch of
extra fins.
Yeah, it was the worst tattoo I've did. It was terrible, and it was still the best tattoo he had.
Was he? Did he pick up on the fact that you were fucking with, or you fucked it up, or no?
No, bro. He was like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen." It had like mom's inks in it. Remember the mom's ink? Little tiny pouches. They were like ketchup pouches, dude. It was so bad.
Dang. That's a big lesson to learn there, right there. It's like, man. You know, because you later on, I'm sure you made mistakes too as they came up, and you learned how to like sweat through that without letting the client know.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And then I did that, and he loved it. He was like, "This is the best tattoo." He was like, so he would come every fucking week to get a free tattoo from me. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm tattooing. This is fun, you know? And he would give me like $20. Yeah. Or he would give me like a joint. Yeah. And I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Best day ever, dude.
Fucking God, just got a joint for doing tattoo.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Stupid, dude. And I just kept tattooing. My friends would come in, and then his friends. And, you know, eventually got to a point where I'm like, dude, I'm doing all these fucking tattoos for like $40 a piece or something. Okay. And, you know, it just turned into one of those things. I was making more money than working in the tobacco shop that I was working at the time, okay. You know? So
that's fun. So
I made my money that way.
You kind of like then fell in love with it and started kind of pursuing like
with it. I was doing it for fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought it was like this hobby thing I was doing on the side. But then it just like really got into it. You know, and that's really how I got into tattooing. I didn't even have a tattoo at the time. So I didn't even get tattooed for like a year after I started tattooing.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I did my first one, I was like, this is terrifying. I'm not doing my fucking sleeve. Are you fucking kidding me?
It is fucking scary. Dude.
Never
It's still
gonna happen.
scary.
Yeah, dude. Like, I never tattooed myself.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Was that in Puerto Rico or here in the States?
Oh, this was in Puerto Rico.
Okay. So I couldn't remember I know you grew up in Puerto Rico and then you moved here.
No, I grew up in Puerto Rico. So this is all in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people tattooed at the time in Puerto Rico. It's impossible. There's no Google images.
Yeah.
There's no YouTube. Like, I remember, like, my number one question was, how does the needle go? Does it go, like, solder down?
Solder
up.
Yeah.
Nobody knew. It wasn't like
just twisting it around and trying it.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So that's why I use my solder up. Like the needles
Bend it
are up.
down?
Oh, sorry, solder's going down.
Yeah.
Like backwards to what usually people would do.
Yeah. So it's like hammering down in the tube.
Very weird, but that's how, for me, it made more sense. It's still, to this day, it makes more sense to me that way. I show it in my seminar, actually. I explain why it makes sense to me.
Okay.
But, yeah, dude, it was one of those things, I just, no information, nothing. There was just all playing around with stuff. And, doing that for like a year, maybe a year and a half. And then so at the time I had this bar next to my house that I was rent this shitty ass house. And there's this bar, I had tattooed the owner of that bar.
Okay.
And the owner of this bar calls me at 1 a.m. and I'm literally sleeping in my house, like in bed, on my underwear in bed. And he calls me at 1 a.m. I'm like, holy shit. Calls me. He's like, hey man, there's some guys here, from the show, I can't remember. It was like the Kat Von D show or something.
Oh, whoa, okay. Yeah.
He thought they were from that show. They weren't. They're just random.
Yeah.
These random tattoo artists that had come to Puerto Rico for a good time. More random is the guy. I ended up knowing these guys very well. But the point is, these guys went over there. I had never met a tattooer at the time. I've been tattooing for a year, shitty tats,
shit.
Never met a tattoo artist, and I was like, fuck, I'm going over there with my portfolio. So I fucking got in my bicycle, because I didn't even have a car.
So you knew enough you were taking pictures and like,
I was taking pictures of my shit.
A body of work.
I had a business card.
Okay, you were hustling, all right.
Like that's how I was working with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys are from like this show or whatever. I'm going to show them my portfolio, see if they can give me an apprenticeship. And I fucking go over there to this bar at 2 a.m, my bicycle with my portfolio, dude. And I meet these Mexican dudes and I'm like showing them my stuff. And they're like, yeah, that's cool, whatever. They're like, hey, man, we got a convention coming up. Like, if you want to help us out, you can help us out in the convention. Set us up and shit like that. Bro, I was like, this is fucking awesome. So I just, I did that, dude. I fucking flew with them to California for convention.
What?
Never been out of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I fucking flew out of there and, dude, it was awesome, dude.
And you just stayed with these dudes
helped
out
them
there?
out,
And, like,
and then I
did whatever?
stayed with them for years. And then they basically taught me.
No shit.
They taught me how to tattoo.
Yeah.
And it was great. I mean, it was Angel Villanueva, which is still a tattoo artist right now.
Yeah.
Just old school. He's not really in the limelight or anything like that.
Just
But
doing his thing.
he's an amazing artist. And he showed me so much. Like, he really took me under his wing and he was like, no, this is how you got.
How fucking cool is that, dude?
It was so cool.
If you wouldn't have got your ass out of bed and went down there that night,
If I wouldn't have done that, my life would have been totally different.
That's
but
wild.
that's why I'm
That's
always
good.
telling my friends, like, sometimes you just gotta fucking
take the
go.
opportunity, man.
Yeah, bro. You
just
can't be
jump.
sleeping at fucking bro. Get in your fucking bicycle. You don't got a car, get in your bicycle. I got a shitty bicycle I found in the trash. That's what I had.
Get it
trash
done.
bike, dude.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
So then you went how long did you stay in the States for? You bounced back?
So I started going with them to California. I think I lived with Angel, like sleeping on the floor with him for, I don't know, like 6 months.
That's great, dude.
Yeah,
and then
I
you
would
got the feels of California and like
it was.
And you're like
crazy.
22 or something.
So I was in
21 or
California.
something?
Yeah, I was like 20, 21.
Yeah,
you know,
that's around the same time I was learning.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude. I mean, I thought I was in, I was in Hollywood.
Yeah,
I was
no
like, dude,
doubt.
the movies are filmed here, dude.
Dang, was your mama
Meanwhile-
wondering where you're at? Like,
Well, I was in Crenshaw. I don't know
Okay.
if you know what Crenshaw is. It ain't Hollywood.
Yeah. But man, the palm trees and the fields of the sun and everything.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you're just like in
I
this
was like,
new bright
this is
place.
awesome. And people are like, no, dude, you're in the hood. I'm
Yeah.
like, this can't be the hood. Like, you guys don't even have bars in the windows here. Like, how bad can it be? Like, no, this is Crenshaw.
Damn. So shit. Where did you go after that? Like,
I went back to Puerto Rico
Yeah.
and I just kept working with them, going to conventions and working in Puerto Rico in the meanwhile, while we waited for the conventions.
yeah. Was there no
fun.
like tattoo shops around you in your neighborhood or anything
There
in Puerto Rico?
were,
Yeah.
but I didn't have tattoos at the time. This is all when I
Okay.
started, right? And I was like 2 years without tattoos. So it was a big no-no
still
to
in
start
sick.
tattooing with no tattoos.
Yeah. I get
It was huge. So
Yeah.
I remember I would go to these shops and they would be like, bro, you got
Yeah.
no tattoos? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I had the same scenario too.
Yeah. I would hate it.
I even found a guy that wanted to mentor me, but he just kept saying, like, I'm not going to mentor you until you get tattooed by
Yeah.
me. And I was like,
And-
all right, okay, cool.
Dude, honestly, like,
Finally.
I didn't get it at the time.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. This is,
Yeah.
they're profiling me over here. This is bullshit. And now I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
You got to experience it from both
you
sides.
have to.
I'm a firm believer in, but
you have
and I mean,
to.
if you're fucking in love with it, like
Come
jump,
on.
dude.
This
Get
is
some,
your
yeah.
career. You're
Yeah.
gonna love this. How can you tell somebody how to heal a tattoo without never healing it yourself?
Yeah.
Listen, you can 100% can. I got friends and I'm thinking of one right now.
Yeah.
And very good friend, very nice person, doesn't have tattoos, amazing artist.
Yeah.
So is it possible? Yeah, 100%. But
yeah, for sure.
that's
that's just like my personal like
Yeah.
approach. I just like to dive in and figure things out from other
exactly.
people's perspectives and stuff too, and
so
you learn a lot from that. But
I get it now. It's important. You don't have to have the visible tats or whatever. Just
Yeah.
get one tattoo at least.
Yeah.
Like feel it, see how it goes. You're telling people how to heal tattoos. So
yeah, I got one of my youngest, most talented. He's super young, talented tattooer. He's got one tattoo on his leg and he's getting it removed. I'm like,
Oh,
what the fuck is
damn,
happening, dude?
man.
He's supposedly he's gonna get his whole shit done or whatever. But
yeah, well, I mean that's cool, dude.
but
I
it is
mean,
interesting, and I do like to ask him about it. Like, how come? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like,
listen, I didn't get it at the time, so
Yeah.
I get it. But
that's cool.
it's tattoos, and also you know what? That there's no way of learning faster than getting tattooed.
Yeah,
There is no way. I mean, you get tattooed by your favorite artist. Like, you really, like, pick them.
Yeah.
Pick the person that you like or you want to tattoo like. That's, like, the person you would love to tattoo like. Get tattooed by them and get tattooed in a spot where you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
And now you got
ask a million questions.
Million questions. They're
yeah.
not going to bother. They're not going to get bothered because you're paying for the tattoo.
Yeah.
So, they're like, fuck it.
And they always seem to have a lot. It's just building that relationship with them is so important too.
Yes, dude.
And you can always have a reason to reach back out to them.
Yeah,
and
dude.
they'll most likely answer your DMs because you want to get
And
another
you got
tattoo.
their cell phone
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you can hang out. And dude, I've learned so much. Like for me, it was Timmy B.
Yeah,
At the time, Timmy B was my favorite artist
Yeah.
of all time. Not that he's not
No,
right
he's
now.
great.
I
Yeah.
love his stuff.
yeah,
But at the time, I wanted to be a new school artist, and Timmy B was the shit.
Yeah.
I remember. So I got Timmy B's book, and it had all these sketches in it. And one of my good friends was like, "Oh, I love everything from that book, dude." And I did this whole sleeve out of him from Timmy B's
Oh, no
book. I
shit.
literally
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
copped everything. I
Yeah.
traced it, and I fucking put it on his arm.
yeah.
And I'm at this convention one day, and I'm in line to do a stencil. Fucking Timmy B's right in front of me, right? I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like Timmy, and he flips around. I'm like, oh. I'm like, dude, I'm your number one fan. I did that book you had. I did all of them. I've already. Dude, and he was like, you know what, dude? That's not what it was for. But
no.
he was like, that's not what
He's a
the
real
book-
pleasant dude,
Yeah,
but
dude.
yeah,
He was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's not what it was for, but that's cool, actually. That you got to use for. I was like, all right, cool, dude. I was
No
like, hey,
shit.
man. Like, if you got any appointments open, like, let me know. He was like, I got an opening tomorrow.
No shit.
Fuck.
Dang. How old are you? I don't know why. If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 39.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah.
no,
you've been-
38. Sorry.
Yeah, and
I'm
you've been
turning 39
Okay.
in a couple months.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So
So
you've been tattooing for a while though.
it's been for a while.
Yeah.
And I saw him and I was like, yeah, dude, it was $700 at the time.
Okay.
He was hooking me up. And
Yeah.
dude, $700 was like $7,000.
Yeah,
like,
you're about to get best of show for the day or whatever.
Bro. But I grabbed the last penny I had and I
did
paid for that tattooed. And yeah, he got best of show with it.
he always
He always does.
Every show we went to, I'm like, God damn,
Yeah,
man.
dude. And
If he's on the roster, I'm not in.
Awesome. I learned so much from that tattoo because
That's
it
great.
was in my form. It was this one.
Oh, okay.
And I learned.
Still looks fantastic.
Yeah,
too.
it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks okay now. I gotta get it a little touch up, but it was just amazing. I really learned so much from Timmy B. And I asked him a couple questions, but I didn't ask a lot. I was just looking the whole time.
Yeah.
And I still to this day tattoo with kind of like, I don't know, stuff that I learned from that tattoo, like tricks and
yeah, I did like a deep
things.
dive on your Instagram. I was kind of digging like your older stuff and then seeing where you're at right now is like, dude, you're like in the last like 5 years, it's like you're just learning so much and applying it, and it's so
been
great.
traveling, dude.
And you've been putting in work.
I've been traveling so much, and this artist that I work with, they're so good, dude.
Yeah,
like they're so much better than I am, and I love that. I love that. I'm like the weak link. Out of every shop I go, I feel like, oh man, I'm definitely not like the
and
guy.
that's what drives you and pushes you to stay up later that night and work on your illustrations and stuff and not let your homies down.
No, dude. And I see them working hard, like DJ. DJ works hard.
All the time.
Brett works hard.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my friends that are successful, because a lot of people, it's easy for them to be like, oh yeah, you got that Ink Master stuff.
Yeah.
You're an Ink Master judge. That's why you got all these clients, and that's why you got all these people coming after you, because you're in TV. But that's not.
Yeah, you were busy
reality.
before you went on there and successful
100%.
in your own right, so.
Yes. These people like Ryan Ashley, DJ, Nico Hurtado, dude, these guys are not shitty artists. These are amazing artists.
Yeah.
They're great at what they do, and they're working hard. Dude, you go to Ryan's shop to work over there, you think Ryan's like living out of Ink Master money, like, oh, I'm Ryan Ashley, I don't do anything but TV. No, bro.
No.
She's fucking working, and she's late there with me working like 3-4 days a week. Crazy. Like a lot of hours, 12 hours, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they never stop. DJ never fucking stops.
No, I know.
So it inspires you to be like, fuck,
Get it done.
I mean,
stretch that back though.
Yeah.
That longevity, dude. Yeah.
You have to, but at the same time, you gotta if you wanna grow in this thing, you gotta fucking work.
Dude, these days, like the level of artistry that's involved is on some seriously,
dude.
Like that's kind of like, to be completely honest with you, why I felt like I was like, I need to diversify myself in this industry, because I'm like, I own and running a shop, and I was having so much time taken away from my tattooing, but at the same, I don't know, I just felt like, damn, these people are like, I remember when my mentor looked at me and he was like sour towards me, because I was like coming up on his skill set like pretty quickly, you know? And then, but now I don't have that negative outlook on it. I just like, I admire it and love it. And I love to be surrounded by the younger kids and older guys that are still in love with learning. I think that's such an incredible.
I love that too.
Yeah,
that's the people I surround myself now with. Everybody's good. Everybody is great. The more I'm in the industry, the longer I'm in this industry, the more amazing artists I meet. And the young kids are so good. Like
so good.
We did you did the Eden Symposium thing. Were you there in that one?
No, I didn't get to go
You
yet.
didn't go
I really would like to. And
dude, it was it's a blur because there's so many people there. Dude,
they look like they do a really good job.
Yeah, there was like 160 people there.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like doing a seminar in front of 160 people is crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we just did one in front of like 25 people, and I actually wasn't nervous for some reason, but
it's nerve-wracking every time.
Yeah. But, so you're doing more of that now. Like, I think that I really enjoy this like subculture of like people that are coming together to help each other out and teach.
I love it.
Even though, there's kind of been negative stigmatism, which I've never supported any of that, but that's cool that you're doing that. Yeah. So like, I don't know, how did you always just kind of feel like you enjoyed?
Always wanted to do it.
You seem like you're a great sharer
always,
and just a kind human,
I
you
would
know. So
I would constantly tell when I started tattooing, I would tell my friends like that, my friends that would have been that had been tattooing for years now or at the time, I would tell them like, "Oh, I want to teach people. How cool would it be to like teach people?" And they would be like, "No.
yeah,
That's not cool, dude. What are you talking about? Like, you
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to teach people." I'd be like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah," like I'd be ashamed. I'd be like, "Fuck." Be like, "Damn, I guess that's not cool." Like, yeah, you don't want to teach people, but I've always
You
wanted
get a
to
little
teach.
older and you're just like, man, fuck you guys. Like,
Oh, bro, now I
I'm
don't give
not
a
doing
fuck.
anything evil. I'm
Bro.
trying to actually do something kind.
So yeah,
But-
I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
and I don't surround. Like I said, I don't surround myself with none of this hate. I don't even hear about it.
Yeah,
Now I don't even hear about it. Everybody's
Yeah.
just like, "This is great. This is awesome."
for sure.
If there's people out there that don't like it, I don't
Right.
even hear it.
Good.
It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It hasn't even gotten in my ears.
Well, you should never let it get in
Yeah,
your ears, you know.
well,
Like,
I don't read
especially if your
comments and
intentions are
shit.
good, you know, and this isn't like weird cash grab type shit. You're
No.
just out there genuinely to give somebody a full. I remember like before we did our seminar the other day, I was like up like at night, like stressed about it. Like only because I wanted to give as much value as possible, and I didn't want them to leave and be like, "Well, that guy's a
100%.
fucking dipshit." Too, you
No,
know?
I exactly.
yeah, like,
you want to like
give
teach him,
people
give him something. To be honest, that wasn't me my first
Really?
time doing it. When I got up there, I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna talk here a couple
Yeah.
hours or draw a little bit. It's gonna be fine." And yeah, when I saw, and I did it, my seminar was okay. I just didn't have this PowerPoint presentation or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So I was just like talking, answering questions, showing them stuff. And then Mike Chambers gets up there and fucking, John Nelson, and they give these amazing presentations.
Oh, good. That's
With
great.
like
Yeah.
PowerPoints and all this stuff. I was like, dude, my shit sucks.
That's all right.
See?
You learn from that and move forward, and
This new one we're doing at the Eden's shop, I got this whole presentation
This is in Dallas,
going.
Texas, right?
This is in
Yeah.
Dallas,
Yeah.
yeah. And I got this whole presentation going and this PowerPoint, so
Good. What are you focusing on these in this seminar?
I think I'm mostly focusing on the drawing aspect of how to draw neo-traditional, a little bit of the tattooing, but I feel like a lot of people focus on showing you how they tattoo, but that's just one of those things you're gonna figure it out.
For sure. Yeah,
Ask me
like drawing
questions.
and layout and like
Yeah.
application, like how it fits your body and
It's
stuff.
all
Yeah.
that. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people ask me, like, how do you get this crispy lines? And I'm like, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? Like, it looks crispy.
Start putting the shading up against that line.
It's a lot to do with the way you design the tattoo. So when the final product, it looks like you did all this hard work on it.
Yeah.
Which you did, but it looks like it was harder than it actually was for you.
Yeah.
So that it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, man. There's certain lines, maybe I don't do a full circle, I'll do half of it, like certain little things that just make your tattoo better. And now I don't even focus on my outlines that much, It's not like it's gonna break or make the tattoo. If I do perfect outline and it's still shaded like shit, it's like, who cares? It's more than just the application.
Yeah,
I
that's
always
fun.
tell people that now because
Yeah.
I'm like, man, application is secondary to that design you got. I would say,
For sure.
as long as you don't fuck it up.
Size comparison and flow and everything. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys, like, I say you guys, just like these guys that I've been looking at lately so much. Just the layout is so nice. Like everything that I was doing in the beginning of my career was like 3 subject matters stuffed into this, and now it's like just the layout is so nice and it just makes it, like you said, makes the tattoo work so much better in the long run, just with the size comparison to things. And
It's easier to tattoo.
Yeah,
They look
1000%,
better.
yeah. I feel like I'm relearning much lately.
People come and they leave with most 99% of all my clients, they just want the sleeve. They want to be sleeved up. They want to be fully tatted, or big tattoos.
Yeah.
And when they come in and they leave in one day with like half their arm tattooed, dude,
They feel good.
they feel so good. You can tell, what I mean? They leave there like, fuck yeah.
What kind of stuff are you working on right now? Not subject matter wise. Like, do you feel like you're doing more sleeves, or are you getting into back type stuff and torso? Or
I'm doing. I got a couple back pieces, mostly sleeves, like panels.
Okay.
Like people will ask me like to do the outside of their sleeve, and then I'll do the inside. You know, so I've been working
Yeah,
that.
that's an interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I've been watching a lot of guys do.
I've
that.
been messing around with that a lot, and
you obviously lay it all out kind of
Yeah.
roughly in your head first.
yeah, I kind of lay it all out. You know, I
Yeah.
try to do the panels. For me, the panel is easier because, in my opinion, you know, I want when somebody's just doing nothing and he's just hanging out and just normal. You know, for somebody to be able to see the whole.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, just
You
kind
know
of
what I
old
mean?
school American
Yeah.
traditional.
I want you to be able to see the whole thing.
from across the room.
Yeah, right now I'm sitting here. You can see the whole tattoo. That's super cool. I like that when you
That's
can
rad.
see it and it looks cool. And then my seams, you know, it would be kind of in here where I got to put my whatever it is. You know, I'll put
Yeah.
a torch in there, I'll put a couple butterflies, whatever
Yeah.
they want in there.
Yeah.
But that's where I'll put my secondary image. It's in the inside, which is the way I think about
You
it.
getting like a good kind of diversified suggestions from your clients, you know, on like subjects and stuff? Or are you...
Well, I mean, when it comes to like that stuff, my wife does all the bookings. She does all the bookings. People contact me through my website.
Yeah.
And in there, they'll put like, they fill up this questionnaire
Yeah.
thing. They put all the stuff they want. My wife contacts them and she'll help them out and be like, hey, you want this? Gian kind of likes doing this kind of
Okay,
stuff.
that's cool. Yeah.
You know, so she helps
So you
them.
have a little bit of a nurturer and
Yeah,
like a
she's
buffer
like,
to help
yeah,
you.
she's like the one that helps them create the email that I'm going to get.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I
good.
mean? That's
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like the way they look at it. It's like, hey, it's like she's like, I'm here to help you out. You know, let's do something. So Gion's down with it, and he's gonna be like, cool with it.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll
Yeah.
kind of like, kind of put it in her ear, like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah.
I'm burnt out on doing this." Or
I mean, I
Not
don't think I
burnout,
even
but
have
you know
to
what I mean?
tell her anything. She
Yeah.
already knows
Yeah, you guys
exactly
work
what
so
I want to
closely
do.
together.
I
Yeah.
love doing. There's certain things I could do every day of my life. You know, and
Yeah.
you know, skulls, you
Flowers,
know,
yeah.
flowers, stuff
Me
like
too,
that.
all day,
Can do
dude.
them all day, every day. So.
Yeah.
My wife knows that stuff, so she knows me. She knows what to put in there. Or if she's got a weird request, she'll be like, "Hey, this person wants this weird thing. Are you down for it?" And I'll be like, you know, maybe we'll brainstorm together. I very rarely. I probably said no to one person in the past, like, I don't know, 10, 12 years.
No
You
shit.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never say no to any tattoo. We always figure out something that's cool or cooler than one they ask for.
Yeah.
You know, I always just brainstorm it. You know.
Have you found kind of like a formula with your traveling that you maybe have regions that you hit, or you like? Do you feel that you get like a? Why am I getting so many people from North Carolina?
Oh,
like
from-
I'm gonna line that up, or
Yeah, I
as
mean,
a trip, or
there's certain states that I get more clients than others. You know, like
Yeah.
Vegas, it's a hit or miss. It depends on what time of the year I come in. You know,
Oh,
and
shit.
and
Yeah.
sometimes I get a lot of clients. Sometimes it's harder for me to cover like the month or two. You know what I mean? I always book it, but it's just like you see it slower
Yeah.
sometimes. Chicago, it's crazy.
yeah, isn't that
Like I
weird?
go to Chicago, it's immediate. I book them all in one day, the whole month. It's crazy. It's hard for me to live in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do love
Food's good.
Chicago. Food
Yeah,
is
man, there's
the
so much fun
best,
stuff that I
probably.
really do love
I
the
think
city. Yeah.
second to none. The city is great. I'm not a city boy kind
Yeah.
of guy. So
How'd you end up landing in that New Hampshire or
New Hampshire,
New Hampshire area? Yeah.
So the mentor that I was working with, he had a house in California and in New Hampshire, and he
Oh,
would
okay.
fly back and forth.
Okay.
And that's how I started going to New Hampshire and Boston area.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
only worked
like-
at Boston convention once. It was like a 4-day convention.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, it's I haven't gone in a couple of years. I used to go, but yeah, you know, I don't
4
go
days is a
anymore.
lot.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, like, I don't know. I was partying at the time too. but
yeah,
so
I just do. Yeah,
it was just a
I'm-
lot.
Yeah, I used to go. I got some friends that go, some that don't. But yeah, I love Boston. Boston is nice. And when
Yeah.
we first moved there, or not moved there, but when we were working there with Angel and the guys that I used to work with, did that, like, it had been legal. Tattooing had been legal for like, you
That's
know,
so wild.
it was
yeah.
like recently legal. So
That's
it was
crazy.
like 3 or 4 years before I started. Like, it was illegal. You couldn't
Yeah.
tattoo there.
So that mentor, you ended up going up there and working with them.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
that was it. And
Yeah.
worked with them for years, and then just did my own thing. Eventually, I just had to do my own thing. But yeah, they were definitely very supportive, but definitely not into teaching or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, they were respectful of it. That's what I would. They were respectful towards me. That's how
Oh,
I
yeah.
would put it. You know, because they would be like,
I hope so.
but
Yeah.
they'd be like, that's stupid. So, but yeah, he's always a very nice guy. Still to this day, very nice guy with me,
Nice.
and that's cool.
Did you end up opening up your own shop for some reason? I thought
No,
I heard that you were going to.
We
or
were
something.
going to open one
Yeah.
up in Massachusetts,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
But man, it's tough. It's tough to open shops up.
Which
The
just
places.
requires so much being
Yeah.
home, you know?
The nice places, they don't want a tattoo shop in there. And
No
if
shit, yeah.
and if they notice that you do well and whatever, dude, the prices are crazy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I mean, I had a couple places where we're like gonna rent a place, and at the end they would just bump the rent up and be like, "What the?"
Yeah. We had
Like
a lot
right
of
before we
issues with-
signed the
yeah.
contract. So
Yeah.
I had a couple places where we had to let go because of that. So
Is that kind of like a long-term play that you might want to go back to, or are you seeing
don't know.
diversifying and doing some other things, you know?
You know,
opening shops these days is weird, I
it's
think,
weird,
so
dude. It's like I always wanted one, and I did. God knows I've been these past 3 years. I've been buying shit for my future tattoo
Really?
shop. Every time I go to an antique shop, I'm like, I need that. That's gonna look great on my tattoo shop. And I just got so much shit for tattoo. I got paintings. I got a whole warehouse. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say you ship
full
all
of
that to like
shit.
a pod or something.
yeah,
like,
we got like this storage, huge storage place in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
It's got pretty much a whole house in there,
Yeah.
plus a tattoo shop in there.
Well, maybe like working on the seminars and getting better and better at those. It sounds like you're putting a lot of time and energy into them to bring as
Yeah.
much value as possible. Maybe that'll open up a whole new road where like
That's the
I'm
thing.
feeling like right now I'm seeing like just kind of like a staticness where tattooers almost like, I don't know if that's the same path. Like we've all been taking the
Yeah.
same path. Like learn how to tattoo, get some friends,
Open a shop.
you know?
No.
And now there's like a million shops everywhere. So I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily the path anymore.
No,
I'm like, I
it's
watch some of
not,
my
I don't
buddies
think.
still do it, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm like, yeah, I can open a shop, but I honestly think that a shop is not really a moneymaker thing. You know,
No.
it's a place you open with your friends to have a safe place where
Yeah.
it's for you guys
Share
to
the rent and let
tattoo,
you know.
share the rent.
Yeah.
We don't have to pay like a place to work out. That's how I look at tattoo shops. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I don't
But it's
look
not really
at
a business.
it's not really like,
No.
oh, I'm gonna have this.
You're not gonna
like,
retire
factory.
off of it
no,
or anything,
I
you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
look
So-
at it that way.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I want to make money.
I just kind of wonder like where we're
Yeah.
all gonna go or what we're gonna get into,
I don't
you
know.
know? And I don't know.
I let my other friends worry about having, the tattoo shop and stuff. I just work at them and,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I might open one. I got all the stuff to do it. Got it all.
I'm sure it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, it should be beautiful. That's so
awesome.
much shit.
Yeah.
I love it. I love all that stuff, but at this point of my career, I'm just trying to save money, trying to
Yeah.
retire in a good way, or figure out a way to be able to retire.
Yeah,
like-
I mean, I'm always preaching that too. Is like you don't have to invest in a tattoo shop. You can buy a rental house here, or buy this, or save up and buy a
Exactly.
building, and then you can run some businesses out of it. And then if that doesn't work out, or you sell that business, you could still rent out the building to somebody else. I mean,
that's how I'm looking at it right now. So I'm like, man, really, I'm at a point in my career where I'm like, definitely, I don't want to tattoo forever. I do love tattooing, and it's not like, but I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm tattooing to
it's
the day I
physically
die.
pretty taxing on the body, dude. Like,
I
and a
can't.
lot of people kind of don't. I don't know. Maybe don't talk about it too much, but it's fucking hard, dude. And like, I'm like trying to do everything I can right now to fix 20 plus years of tattooing with my back and like in your eyes. Like,
Dude, I'll tell you, it's fixable because my back got fixed.
Yeah?
So yeah, I
do hot
fixed my back.
yoga is like my savior. It's like,
I don't do anything of that.
Yeah.
I do nothing.
Tiger Balm?
Dude, I was a little bit sometimes. I hate it. Dude. Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, I fucking hate Tiger Balm. It's
Put some Tiger Balm on that
dude.
shit.
I'm like, this is terrible. But it does help.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
But no, my back is so much better now. And it's just because I got a good lamp. I'm conscious about
Yeah.
it while I'm tattooing.
Yeah. The
Like
height of the bed,
The height
whatever.
of the
Yeah.
bed. It's like
Yeah.
all these little stupid things. And dude, my back's way better.
Yeah.
So
all of my mentors and everybody, they all just ignored all that shit. And there was
Exactly.
nobody talking about
No.
longevity and tattooing and health or anything. It
Oh,
was just
no.
like I was literally told to smoke cigarettes and drink coffee and be a tattooer.
That's it, dude.
And carry a gun if you're fucking scared.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, I mean,
every year, every hour, I would smoke one of those cigarettes. Now I quit cigarettes, thank God. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been, I want to say like 6 years now, like 7 years. Yeah, I don't even count them, but.
Yeah. So your back's not fucking with you because you focused on lighting.
Lighting was a big one. So like most places,
so meaning you're like not having to like hunch over and get as close and
those little lights going to the side like that.
No,
that was ruining my back. And you know, people are like, oh, that's nothing. You know, but you're constantly like this, tattooing, twisting your sides. Yeah. And if you notice, most tattooers, you go, this is where it hurts. Yeah. You know, it's the sides, right there. And it's because you're like twisting your body this and this way for hours. Yeah. Now I got a lamp and this whole contraption thing that I travel with. And it's right on top of me, straight down. And it's helped me so much, you know. Yeah. Massage bed, a good massage bed. I always tattoo with them flat on a massage bed. I'm never like tattooing like this. Yeah, I just spent way too many years like hunched over. I just kept fucking growing. Even I swear, even in my early 20s, I just kept growing. Dude. And I just was always that was me too. I was so close to it, trying to get these outlines perfect. That was my major thing, just trying to get this outline perfect. And it would be so stressful. And now I'm just like, man, like, yeah, it's good. You know, I wipe it and I just keep going, you know. Yeah. And then is that part of your process too? You come back at the very end and tighten up line work at the end? Shit. Yeah, if I have to. But I usually don't even have to. Because, man, it's all in the confidence you got. It's like as soon as you start like being a little bit nervous, like it just immediately shows through your lines. You know what I mean? Yeah. As soon as you just go like the Zorro, like you know, that thing is fucking perfect. Your clients are always like double gun. Yeah, dude, I'm fucking flying through this tat because I want that flow, that confidence to project into my tattoo. Yeah. You know? Even if the outline's not perfect, which will never be perfect. Yeah. You know, even if it looks perfect at first, you might get the width of the line perfect, but the depth of the line, it's always going to be thick, a little bit deeper here, a little bit deeper there. Yeah. So, especially if you're taking too long, you know, if you're going too slow. You're outlining some big shit, man. You're pulling some long ones. Pulling long ones fast, quick, and it just makes me go so much smoother, and the lines just heal way better, you know. Yeah. So I somehow developed I always tapered in my lines and then tapered them out and never fully connected them. And I would just come back in with my shading and then just kind of sculpt everything out, and it kind of connected. And then if I needed to, like, it's like deets at the end. Yeah, it's the little tricks, you know. It's the little things that whatever makes worse for you. I remember, any tattooers that were standing around me, they're like, "What? You like never connect anything?" I'm like, I don't know. I just first of all, it's like efficiency. I could just jam through this and get efficiency. Get the client stoked. And I'm all about that at this point. I wanted to, give him as much as I can and a good tattoo. And I feel like if I take too long on the tattoo, for me, it doesn't come out right. I start, it's not like when you're doing this, like realism and stuff. You got to take your time with that. I totally get it. It's just two different styles. Yeah. I never got it personally. Yeah, my style's neo-traditional. You want it to look tough. Are you getting a handful of clients that are doing back-to-back? Yes. That's like crazy to me these days. Dude. It's so crazy. I watched people get tattooed for 3 days in a row at a show. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, clients never could do that before. I couldn't do that before. Yeah, I got so every time back in the day, I would grab a 2-day tattoo and be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do a 2-day tattoo. Yeah. The next day they would come in, I'd be like, oh, I can't touch this. Really? Like, we're done. Like, there's no way. I would have to cancel the next day. Shit. It was just, I was fucking them up. And I wasn't. There's a trick to it. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, no, definitely. I'm all about it's just doing them. You got to start doing them and not be afraid of it and touching certain areas and not touching certain areas. Right? I mean, I think it comes with experience for sure. Yeah, like it's one of those things that you're not gonna do a black fade, do like a whatever color, and then come back and get in the middle of that. You're not gonna you can't fuck with that. No, right? So you're like, you got to plan this thing. How are you gonna stop day one to continue day two without really fucking other things up? I've done it 100 different ways since I've been doing it. You know, like I've done all the outline and all the blacks, and then the next day I do all the color, and
that's a tough one, right?
That's sketchy because you know I would say 7 out of 10 can take it, but those 3 out of 10 that can't take it, and now I'm charging them a lot of money. They're flying in, and I can't tattoo you the next day.
Oh,
bro.
bummer. Yeah.
That's not cool with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
well, that's cool. Yeah, developing an art form for that shit. And
now I'm tattooing like a printer. Like, you know how these guys do like realism?
Yeah.
But I'm doing it with neo-traditional,
yeah.
which is fucking art.
Okay.
You know, because I got to outline everything halfway, then blacks, then color.
And then realign your stencil and everything?
Line up the stencil the next day, or like what I've been doing is just getting better at not fucking with the stencil and letting it last till the next day, which is a fucking art form in itself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a whole it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's all these little tricks and ways to keep the stencil, which I've learned from people like Deanna, you know, like she does these you know, from Texas. She does Eden. She does like 3-4 day tattoos, you know.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Amazing.
And some of them are not using topicals either.
No, we're not.
They're just jumping in there and like
I use Bactine, dude. That's it, dude. And let me tell you, all of them can take it. I don't think I've had one person quit on it.
Do you remember like your mentors? Like mine told me that's not possible. Mine just told me so many things were not possible. Yeah. It was so
it's
weird.
already healing the next day.
Yeah,
you're gonna get it infected. I mean, yes, and he's right. It is healing the next day, and you could get it infected.
Yeah.
So there is a way of doing it. It's just you got to be very careful. You gotta, you know, not touch the other stuff back, or at least that's the way I do it. I got friends that do all the outlines and
you got
touch
any
it the
tricks
next
to like
day,
get that client in that mind spit.
Oh,
you know, because that's an art form too, dude. Like convincing them, like, dude, you can get this. Like,
dude, you know how many times they try to convince me to stop?
I bet.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's
they're
what
like,
I was asking.
Dude, I'll pay you right now to stop, bro. Like, hey, no problem, bro. It's fine. Dude, it's not a big deal. I'll just come back and finish it next time. Yeah,
nope. You're like, get your ass in the chair.
We're fucking doing this.
Okay,
like,
good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I had them. I get them all the time. We're like, hey, how fucked up would it be if we stop now and I just come back and finish it? Nah, not doing it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And they just sit there for you got to coach them through it.
No, for sure. Yeah.
You got to be tough with them, which I'm not that great at, you know. I'm such a pussy I'm such a pushover.
You're a nice guy. Yeah, I'm the same.
Like, I feel bad. Yeah. But now the more I do them, the more I'm like, dude, you know what? I had a guy that was struggling way more than you are last week. He did it. I know you can do it. You know what I mean? So that's like my mentality now, where I'm like, no, I know you can do it.
Are you a talker through your tattoos? Do you connect with your clients a lot more? Or
I used to. And recently I've learned that I think that they don't get into that zone that I need them to be to last 6 hours for a tattoo and then do it again the next day.
So you'll get them kind of headphoned up or whatever and
either
get
headphones.
Them into a movie
So recently what I've been doing is we put a podcast on.
Okay.
So people are talking, we're both listening to it, whatever they want to listen to podcast wise, you know.
If they feel like they want to comment and then they
can. We can comment and talk about what we're listening to. But let's not talk about Ink Master for 6 hours.
Yeah, totally.
It's just like, it's not, I can't get into it, you know, so.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
You don't headphone or anything?
I do headphones sometimes, like if they got music in the shop that I go and I don't like it or whatever.
It's playing
some. I'll put some headphones.
What kind of music do you like to vibe to when you're tattooing?
Dude, I suck. I suck with music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible for me. I get so bored of it. It's crazy. I like to listen to podcasts.
No shit.
Yeah,
okay.
I like to listen to people talk, whatever it is. Dude.
Yeah.
I'll listen to two chicks going on about boyfriends for hours. No problem. I just want to hear talking. Plus, I feel like it's better for my client. You know, I put some certain songs, they get bored of it. I can see.
Yeah,
you know?
well, and if they're not vibing with it, it takes two people to be in the same space. So that's cool. That makes a lot of sense. I like that. Well, shit, man. What else you got going on? You're gonna keep traveling. You're gonna be here in Vegas for a little bit.
Keep traveling. I'm gonna be here in Vegas. I got like 4 flights while I'm here. So I got to go to Texas, then I go to Florida, then I go to Chicago, and I can't even remember the last one. But
you got to check your schedule.
Yeah, I've been flying everywhere, and I'm gonna be here. It's been great. I got the seminar coming up that I'm doing in Eden, and my new seminar. We filmed a whole online seminar course kind of thing. I went all out with this thing.
Yeah.
Like I looked for a producer. We looked for a team, like a video team. We rented a studio, like a movie studio.
No shit.
Dude, it was sick. It was like the best product. We had this whole production and we filmed this whole course on tattooing. It's so cool. Dude.
Where do you find that?
Well, it's coming out in summer. This summer is coming up. So it still hasn't come out, but I'm really excited. I mean, they're editing it right now and they're almost done with it. And
it's something you'll be able to find through your website. And
you're going to be able to find it through the website and, online. And we're going to have a couple clips on YouTube and a couple stuff like that. But we got, I think it looks really cool. And
dude, it sounds like it.
Dude, it's
There's
so
not too many
pro
people putting that much time and energy into it.
We went all out. I told them, I said, like, hey, let's go, let's do something nice. What happened was we rented the studio out and we were like, yeah, we'll film this stuff ourselves. And we went over there and we bought all this shit. We started like filming.
Who, you and your buds? Or
like me and a couple friends.
Okay.
And, they apparently knew about cameras and stuff. Okay. So I was like, yeah, all right, cool. This is going to be easy. That's fun. Yeah. Studio, pieces.
Just plug all the shit in together, right?
No problem. And so, dude, we did that for a whole day. And at the end of the day, when they showed me, they're like, yeah, how's it look? I'm like, that's crap. I was like, it was the shittiest thing.
Oh, no.
I was like, all right, we're pretty much all in at the point. So we're like, we need a producer. We need a fucking video guys. And we just rented those guys out or we hired them. And they filmed it and it looks amazing. Okay. We should have done it that way the first time.
That's all right, man. Live and learn.
Yeah,
you don't know until you fucking try. So
no, we did it well and it's awesome, bro. I mean, I'm really excited about it. So
that's it. I'm excited. So this summer that'll be coming out, and then we'll be able to reach out to you. Social media. I'm sure you'll be promoting it.
And it's gonna be an online course, so people can just go online. They can sign up, and all the videos are gonna be there, organized, and all this stuff. And we'll keep adding to that stuff. So it's been cool, dude. I think
that's a cool route for you, man. I think that's like a good, healthy space, especially if you enjoy it and you enjoy sharing. And you're a very likable dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been fooling around with a bunch of stuff.
Talented too. It's fun to you got a good combination, and I would love to see you keep doing that and work with you on that someday too.
No, I'm excited, dude. Like things are looking up.
Good.
I'm having the time of my life.
Sounds like you got a great support, like your wife, and you guys have a great, healthy relationship. That's awesome.
My wife's the best. She does everything. I do tattoos. That's it. I do the art. She does all the planning, all the stuff. She was the one talking to you guys when to get all this, lined up, so.
Dude, the right partner in crime, dude, is like the most healthy thing that you can do.
Oh my God. I tell all my friends, cause I got a lot of friends that are single and they're like, yeah, well, you got a wife that does all that. But I'm like, dude, it doesn't have to be your wife. It could be your best friend. It could be a person you don't know that you hired.
Yeah.
But you can't do this yourself.
No.
Not everything. You can't do it by yourself. You gotta be a specialist in social media. You gotta do websites. You gotta do so many different things. And if it's just you doing it, then I'm telling you right now, you're gonna lack on
burn out, man. You're gonna burn out. Yeah, and just not follow through appropriately on all these different aspects of things.
No, 100%.
Do you have a website and merch and stuff?
We got a website. It's giankarle.com.
Okay, cool.
And I got all the stuff there. We got merch and stuff. I'm slacking on merch. I got to do more.
We should do some collabs or something.
I would love to.
We did that collab with your sticker, and we've been getting more into screen printing and have good screen printers to help us out.
I'm telling you, Maverick is one of those companies that, I stick with companies that I like. I've been sponsored in the past by companies that don't even know that they're sponsoring me. You know what I mean? I've been sponsored by two different how do you call this, tattoo bandages, those transparent bandages, Sandy or armor or whatever they are. But I've been sponsored by two of them at the same time. They don't even know they're sponsoring me, it's crazy. They're not really into it. And inks, I've been sponsored by companies that, when you call them, you're like, hey, I need some inks. They're like, who are you again? And you're like, what the fuck? You're like, dude, you sponsored me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's why I stick with World Famous, for example.
Yeah.
You know, World Famous, I've been with them for the past, I don't know how long, but at least 10 years. I've been with World Famous. It's my favorite inks.
Yeah.
My favorite inks, not just because they sponsor me. They were my favorite inks. And then I hit them up for a sponsorship.
Oh, cool.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, that's the stuff I used. And they were the nicest people ever, dude. They always hook me up. They're always sending me like free stuff and stuff to try out. And they were just so nice, always so nice. Recently got sold.
Oh, okay.
So now they got a new ownership. There's a lot of people nervous about it. I've talked to the new owners a little bit recently, and they
Yeah.
seem really nice as well.
Cool.
So they
Yeah, that's
seem
great.
cool. They seem like they're gonna keep up like the same things. I don't know, hopefully. But yeah, I like sticking with companies like that. You know, you guys are the same
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
You
dude,
know,
we
like,
appreciate it, man. We're
you guys
just like,
always.
to me, it's not worth doing it if you're not going to do it authentically and just basically just. This whole thing started just from me reaching out to my friends, you know.
100%.
And then I was fortunate enough to their friends introduce me, and vice versa. And
Well, I feel like I don't know. It's almost like I'm gambling on you a little bit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I feel like, there's other companies that contact me. They're big and stuff. And they're
Give
like,
you more
hey,
shit or
yeah,
whatever.
give me
Yeah,
more
yeah,
shit. They're like,
yeah.
I got needles too. I got all this shit. I'm like, it's cool. I got
Yeah.
my guys, because I trust that you guys are going to eventually be. I'm telling you, like the way you guys are going,
Really?
you're going to be the next best thing. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And
yeah.
everybody's
I
going to
hope
know
so,
about you
yeah.
guys. I'm hoping, you know.
I think we're just, man, we're happy as hell, and we're just incredibly grateful for, like, most importantly, just anybody that even pays attention to us. Like,
of course, dude.
I kind of set out in the very beginning, was like, I know tattooers, I know we all use all different kinds of shit. If I could just get one little smidgen space of your toolbox, I'll be super grateful and happy
I mean,
with it.
everybody always asks me, like, what kind of needles do you? I'm
Yeah.
always Maverick, and I love your needles. Like I
Yeah.
said, I used another needle the other day. I used 23s.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I used 23 mags, like regular ones. I love them from Maverick, and I ran out. I used somebody else's 23s. Terrible.
Oh,
Couldn't even tattoo with these things.
Yeah.
So I'm just already used to your needles. I love them.
Yeah.
You know, they're good needles.
yeah, and if you ever have any problems or anything, that's like, you got to be the first person to
I've
reach out
never
to us
had
and be
a
like, yo, motherfucker, this sucks.
Never had a problem.
Oh, good,
But I've
yeah,
had
yeah.
problems
So,
with
yeah.
big companies before because
It's bound to happen at
course.
some point in time, you know.
I
but,
mean, I'm sure,
yeah.
but I've
Real-
never had a problem. You guys are great. You guys are always in stock,
yeah, well,
which is a big deal.
it is a
dude.
huge deal. You know what? That's funny you say
like-
that, because my wife and I like spoke in the very beginning. beginning is be in stock. Like, if we can
God.
just be regular, so product management and ordering and all that stuff is a whole, all the logistics of that, and time
the
leads
number one
up to-
thing.
yes, yeah, it's a lot. In my
Well,
Talking
before
about-
I came with you, I went with you guys. I was sponsored by another company. I'm not gonna name, but
yeah,
they were constantly out of stock.
yeah,
No stock.
makes it hard to use.
I was like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm
hard
out
to be
of
in love
this.
with you if you're never around.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's how I got into you guys
Oh.
because of a friend, because
Okay.
of Randy, I think,
Yeah,
got
yeah,
me
yeah.
into
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys. So
Oh,
that's
that's cool.
how it is. I like that. I try to support tattoo artist owned companies as much as I can. Sometimes I really can't.
kind of impossible to at times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not-
Certain things I'm like, when it comes to like inks and stuff like that, I try to keep it with the big companies, you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
or at least I've been using my stuff for years.
Yeah.
World famous. So
That's great.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I've been trying new stuff, and there's just so
You
many new
should,
things
yeah.
out there.
There
now.
is, yeah. It's kind of overwhelming
been
at
crazy.
times, but yeah, our goal is just to keep trucking along, slowly grow correctly,
Yeah.
and maintain our relationships with everybody. It's just fun as fuck to do
Yeah.
anyway. It's
Well,
like-
I use stencil stuff forever. You know, I
Yeah.
use stencil stuff for the past, I don't know, like all my life.
Yeah.
That's all I use,
Yeah.
stencil stuff. And then Mike Chambers, he was like, "Hey, I got mom's, you know, the
Yeah, the stencil
stencil
applicator gel.
stencil gel they got, for moms." And I was like, "All right," or sorry, moms,
Oh.
sorry, mom. That's his. That's the brand called Sorry Mom.
yeah.
Dude, his stuff is amazing.
Oh,
So
good.
much better than the stuff I was using before. You know,
And that's his brand?
That's his
Oh, okay.
brand.
I don't know why I
And,
didn't know that.
You know, I
Yeah.
was always sketched out. I'm like, this guy's making it in his
Yeah.
yard or something in his garage.
Got the
you
water
know?
hose coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah. But no, Mike does all his stuff like super
Commercial.
professional. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's got these companies that do them, and like it's super legit. You know,
Yeah,
and I got
that's
to
cool.
see it firsthand, so I know it's legit.
Oh shit, I'll have to
And
reach out to him. Like
it's
we're
amazing.
starting to do work on programs where we're we're starting to sell other tattooer owned
his
products,
stuff
so we
is
can all
great.
help each other out and stuff. You know,
No,
so.
his stuff is great, and I'm always on the fence, especially when a friend goes like, "Try my stuff. I just did this." I'm always like, "Dude, I don't want to be honest with you," and then you know,
and
ruin,
you're not like me.
we're in our relationship. I'm like, "This sucks," you know, like, or I don't want to use it.
Well, you won't ever hurt my feelings if you ever have any problems with anything.
100%,
I
dude.
have a lot more respect and is helpful.
My feelings got hurt when when I gotta tell you something. So I'm like, I don't want to try your stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My stuff works good.
Oh, that's fun.
But Mike's stuff is working great, and that's why I'm like, lately I've been trying all these different things. I'm like, wow, this makes all the difference.
Yeah, that's great.
So,
well, dude, I don't want to keep you all day, man. I know it's your day off, and I just thank you so much for coming down, dude. And it's like, it means a lot, and like these one-on-one conversations just help us out and learn about each other. And
I love
it's just so fun, you know. So
I love it, dude. I would come here every time.
Fun to nerd out and just talk about tattooing. Dude. I can do it all day long. So,
dude, thank you, man. I'm excited, dude.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. And real quick, so like, what's your Instagram, or what's the best place to find you?
So my Instagram is Gian Karle, just my name, GianKarle, and you guys can look me up. Pretty much all my social media is just Gian Karle.
Yeah.
YouTube, I just opened up a YouTube page. I got a bunch of followers there, and I'm showing a bunch of videos on how I tattoo and my process. So you guys can go and check that out. And yeah, I mean, I got Instagram, Gian Karle, Facebook, all these things. My website is Gian Karle too.
Yeah,
so
you're good. You got it all the way across the board.
It's easy.
So we'll use those to reach out to you to also keep up on your seminars, dude.
Yes.
Which I'm real pumped about that.
Oh,
I want to learn more.
My, I forgot, my YouTube is not called Gian Karle. It's the one thing I changed. Okay. That one's called Almost Ink Master.
Okay. The second runner up.
Yeah, go check that out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and peace out, and have a good one.